Hi, I'm Abby. Welcome to my New York City kitchen, where today we're making gluten-free cornbread. So, I've got a bunch of different stuff here. We're gonna walk you through it. In this big bowl, I've got cornmeal and gluten-free flour. You can get a simple gluten-free flour that you can swap 1 for 1 with regular flour. So that's what I've done here. I'm just gonna mix this all together. Then I've got salt, baking powder, and baking soda. I'm gonna add that in also, like so. And then we're gonna work over here on our wet ingredients. So these are our dry ingredients. Our wet are more liquidy. So I have a few things here. First, I have melted butter. That is going in. Then I have maple sugar. I like to use maple sugar because it adds a nice maple flavor, and there are other things like magnesium and iron, selenium in there that help more than just kind of straight processed sugar. So you can use regular brown sugar if you like, but if you can get your hands on some maple sugar, which is available online easily at some of your specialty grocery stores like Whole Foods, definitely do that as well. So I'm just whisking everything here together. Then I have some maple syrup. We're gonna do a little stirring here. Make sure everything gets integrated well. And then I've got 2 eggs, and you just wanna make sure I beat the eggs first. And when you're putting it into the melted butter, you wanna make sure that the melted butter has cooled off. Because if you put cold raw egg into hot melted butter, the egg will actually cook, and then you'll have a scrambled egg mess here. So it's called tempering. If this is warm, you add a little bit at a time, like this, and then you stir it and whisk it together slowly. I had melted butter that had cooled off, so we're not at danger here of having scrambled egg, but we're gonna whip all of this together. We're gonna add in buttermilk. There, excellent. So now we have our wet ingredients and we have our dried ingredients. If you don't have buttermilk, or you just don't want to buy buttermilk, you can also use yogurt, or you can use a thinned out yogurt called kefir, so it's more pourable, or you can actually take some plain yogurt and mix it with some milk and have the same amount. Buttermilk is also delicious and pretty easy to find. We're just going to gently mix everything together. We don't want to do it too rough or over mix in any way, because that will make our finished gluten-free cornbread tough. We want it to stay moist. So we're just going to make sure everything's incorporated nicely here. And then I have a round cake pan. I've sprayed it with an oil spray. You can also use a square pan. That works great. And I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees. We're just gonna put this right inside, get all of that stuff in there. If you want, you can add some chopped herbs in here. You could put in some chopped chives. You could actually put some whole pieces of corn in there. You could put some chopped bell pepper. That'll give it kind of a more savory cornbread feeling. But this is great just as is also. So I'm gonna pop it in the oven, 400 degrees for about 25 minutes, and we will see you back in 25 minutes and look at the finished product. Okay, bye. Okay, so our cornbread has been cooking for 25 minutes. Let's take a look. Beautiful. It's all nice and golden brown at the top, if you can see there. And then to make sure that it's cooked through, you can take a chopstick or a toothpick or a knife and just poke a hole in the top, and it should come out clean. So because we want to make sure that it stays together and it stays nice and moist, I would wait about 15 minutes before you cut into this. So let it cool about that time, but then go for it, enjoy. So once again, I'm Abby. This is my gluten-free cornbread. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.